They said Alpo was back in them streets, man. They said Alpo was out there back in them streets, slanging that cane. Said he had a team out there slanging that cane for him. He was back out there in them streets, man. But it's like this. And Biggie said it best. If you ain't got the clientele, say hell no. If you ain't got the clientele, say hell no. Because they going to want their money. They going to want their money. Rain, sleet, hail, snow. Follow these rules. You'll have mad bread to break up. If not, 24 years on the wake up. Slug hit your temple. Watch your frame shake up. Caretaker did your makeup when you passed. Your girl F my man Jacob. Heard in 3 weeks, she sniffed a whole half a cake up. Heard she suck a good boop and can hook a steak up. Gotta go. More pies to bake up. Word up. Biggie Smalls. And that's 10 Crack Commandments. Yo, man. This is sad news for me. You know, this sad news for a lot of people. No disrespect to all the victims out there. All the people that Alpo killed. All his family members, all their family members. No disrespect to y'all. But a lot of people loved Alpo also. A lot of people hated him. But a lot of people also loved Alpo. And for me personally, I only saw him as a star. This is not personal for me at all. I only looked at Alpo as a Hollywood figure, as a celebrity, as a star, as like a movie character. He's like a movie person, like a movie star to me, man. That's how I saw him. Did not want to meet him at all in real life. Didn't care to meet him. I just like to admire him from afar, man. I wanted to see a movie from Alpo. I wanted to read a book from Alpo. You know, me personally, not the type of guy I'm gonna hang around. Hell no. Nah, dog. We ain't gonna hang together. We ain't going out drinking. But I admire you from afar. I know that may sound effed up, but the man was a star. You know, a lot of people may hate him. You can hate him. You can call him a snitch, a murderer. You can call him whatever you want. But the man was a star. You can't deny that he wasn't a star. You can call him all them other names, but you got to call him a star too. And that's what I looked at him as. I looked at him as a star. A celebrity. I felt intrigued with Alpo when I first saw the documentary that came out about him. I don't know how I came across this documentary too. Just on YouTube one day. I think because I used to watch a lot of Sadnetta stuff, a lot of the Hebrew Israelite stuff. I was caught up in all that. Been caught up in that New York stuff. A while ago. Many years I was caught up. I guess all of a sudden, the algorithms published, let me put a video in my face of Alpo, drug dealer, and I said, okay, this might be interesting. Blam, watched it. Saw his whole story. Saw Rich's whole story. That DVD was great. It was a good DVD. Who came out with that DVD? Troy Reed. Didn't Troy Reed make that DVD? Well, Rich Porter, yeah. I mean, that's who I want to say. I saw Alpo and Rich Porter's story. And that's when I really became intrigued with Alpo. I like, hell, this is a hell of a guy right here. This is a hell of a guy. This guy could have been famous. He was like the LL Cool J without the fame. You know what I'm saying? You know? He had street fame, but he didn't have that hip hop fame. You know, he had that local street fame, and I was intrigued with him, man. You know? So, never had any ambition to go meet this guy or anything like that. Saw the DVD. It was like watching Scarface. It was like, I wouldn't want to meet, if Scarface was a real life person, I wouldn't want to meet no damn Scar. Keep me far away from Scarface as you possibly can. You know, but I love to watch him on TV do his thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan, but I know the difference. I know it's just entertainment at the end of the day. I don't want to copy Scarface. You know what I'm saying? I like to watch him do his thing. I like to watch him say hello to my little friend, you know. And I saw Alpo as Scarface. But I know he was a real life. I know he was a real life person doing real life things. And you know, I don't know if I could judge him on what he did. I don't know if I want to judge him on what he did. But I agree with him when he said they was in the game. He killed people that was in the game. Everybody want to feel sorry for Rich Porter. Well, Rich Porter was in the game. That's what happens when you in the game. You know? People want to celebrate the death of Alpo. Well, you know, to each his own, man. But, you know, this is something that was bound to happen. Something that was bound to happen, man. But Alpo still stood on his. I admire Alpo for standing on his square. I admire him for, you know, for being true to who he was. I admire him for doing what he wanted to do, not running. You know, God writes a story. We all in the story of God. In God's story, you got the wise man. You got the idiot, or you got the wise and the stupid. I guess you would call. I don't want to say stupid, but you have the wise man, you have the stupid man, the unwise man, and you have the fool. Alpo played the goddamn fool. He played the fool. Because people told me, still the same Alpo, still the same old Po. I've heard people say, still the same old Po, ain't changed a bit. You do 26 years in prison, come out 55 years old. Well, you ain't come out 55, came out 50. But you do 26 years in prison, you come out still the same damn person? That's a goddamn fool. With all due respect to Alpo, but that's a goddamn fool. You still the damn fool you was when you was a young man? You was a hell of a fool then. Come out at 50, you still that old. Now you're an old fool. But you got that young heart. So you still that young man in an old man body. In God's story, somebody got to play the fool. Alpo played the fool. Especially, well, he played the fool because people say that's the same old Alpo, man. And we know that the same old Alpo was a goddamn fool. Another fool, well, another reason, going back to Harlem, acting like it's all good. Well, I say this about Alpo. He was conscientious of that he could get got in Harlem. He was conscientious of these folks, these ninjas can take me out. These niggas can take me out. But I don't care. Cause I'm winning anyway. I'm winning, motherfucker. Take me out. I'm winning. I can't lose. You know what I'm saying? My nigga. But yeah. I can appreciate that he was conscientious. So he had a little wisdom. He grew and had a little wisdom beyond, you know. But he probably always had wisdom, regardless of him being a fool or not. But he was conscientious to know, okay, now I play with that King of Harlem shit, and I don't know if he even named himself King of Harlem. I know I played with it and put it on him, and other people may have gave him that title, or he may have gave himself that title, but the King of Harlem. If you let the people tell it, he is the King of Harlem. Depending on who you're talking to. But from a consensus of the general public, they love Alpo and saw him as the King of Harlem. Because they saw him as a star. Next up, I'll give him that. I'll give him that, King of Harlem. I'll still give him that. He can rest with that. He the King of Harlem. I'll give it to him, even though it may not be true. But from his star power alone, he's a king. He's a king from his star power alone. I give him that. The man got away with a lot of things that other people couldn't get away with. That's star power. That's charisma, star power, and a gift from God. He lived longer than he should have lived, I think also. Well, not saying that I wanted him to die sooner, but I'm saying he got away with a lot of stuff that another person would not get away with. He lived in Harlem, ran around in Harlem, probably something that a lot of people couldn't do if they did the things he did. So he got away with a lot that other people would not get a pass for at all, and would have been got smoked. But people gave Alpo a pass. People almost forgave him, forgot that he snitched. Look, man, shout out to Sub-Zero. I learned a lot from his video the other day. He grew up with Alpo, DJ Sub-Zero. Grew up with Alpo, and that's where I heard Alpo was still out there in the streets. Had a team working for him. So Alpo was back out there slanging. I don't know if it was coke. I don't know what drug type it was, but they said Alpo was back out there slanging. Had a team, had a crew that wanted to go work for him. That was coming up to him. Hey, can I work for you? So Alpo had a crew. And if you look at certain videos of Alpo, like at his birthday party, you can see he had the goons with him. Was that some of his workers? I don't know. They look like some goons to me. But they say Alpo had a crew with him. Had a crew of workers. Had niggas working for him. Out there slanging for him, man. Can you believe this shit? Who the fuck supplying Alpo with drugs? Are you fucking kidding me? So, Alpo had a team of rats working for him. So Alpo was Master Splinter, and he had the Ninja Turtles working for him. He had Leonardo. Who else? Name them niggas. Name them Ninja Turtles for me, man. Leonardo, shit. Donatello. Master Splinter had them niggas. He had the rat crew out there working for him. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. He had a rat crew, man. You know, goddamn that. You got a head rat, and you gonna work for a rat. You know you a rat. If you gonna work for a rat, your ass a rat your goddamn self. I can imagine these niggas getting busted. Okay, I want to make a deal. This is what I want. I want a car. I want 2 cars. I want a 3-bedroom house, a fence, and yeah, and I want a bad bitch too. And I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you everything you want to know, man. I'll tell you everything you want to know. Let's make a deal. Let's make a deal right now. I'll tell you everything you want to know. I just want to be in witness protection, 2 cars and a house, you know, nice neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, somewhere off in the country, you know, in beautiful, you know, way out there in the country. I'll tell you everything you need to know. You know he had niggas like that. Come on, man. You know these niggas are going to tell everything. Just a matter of time. You just want to work for Alpo, and you ain't willing to tell, get the fuck out of here. Time these niggas get busted. They singing like a canary. All these niggas telling. Come on, man. Can you imagine? Yo, Alpo, yo, put me on the team, man. I'm down. Nigga, I bet Alpo like, nigga, do you know my track record, nigga? Nigga, do you know I told, nigga? You want to work for me? Nigga, you stupid? Nah. Man, that's fun. You gotta, who the fuck supplying Alpo with drugs, man? You gotta be out your fucking mind. You gotta be out your, well, he ain't told on nobody from Harlem. He right. Alpo went to these niggas. Yo, man. Give me some work, man. Yo, give me some work. Now look, I could have been told on you. Nigga. But I didn't. I said I was never telling anybody from Harlem. I kept my word, man. I kept my word. This pole, man. Give me the word. Nigga, if I wanted you gone, I would have been told on you. Poe came at him like that. Niggas like, all right, Poe. I'm gonna give you this chance, Poe. I'm gonna give you this chance. Don't fuck my money off. Don't fuck my money off, Poe. I'm gonna give you some consignment, nigga. Don't fuck my shit off. A month later, yo, Poe, you got that money? Yo, man, get off my back, man. This ain't the 80s, bro. Shit's slow out here. Shit is slow out here, bro. This ain't the 80s. This ain't 89, bro. The work ain't moving like it used to. Give me some time, homie. Give me some time. This work out here, this work moving slow, man. It ain't moving like that. All right, nigga. I got you. Pop, 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 pop. I hate to say it, man. You know, I don't know if Poe got killed because of drug business. I don't know if that's why he got killed, or he got killed messing with fucking somebody's old lady. Because Sub-Zero also said that Poe was still bagging niggas' chicks He was still out here bagging niggas chicks, man. Still out here boning everything he could. Still out here fucking everything. Fucking all the girls. You know these women, they love bad boys. And they said, and they, old boy said Poe was hitting everything left and right, man. He said it could have been one of these dudes, girl, he was hitting. Killed Poe over a girl, over a female. Tender dick. Shot Poe over a female. They said that could be the reason. Or it could be drug related. Could be business related. You know. It could be, you know. He said Poe was still out. He said Poe was out there, man. Had niggas working for him, dog. Selling dope. But like I said, a fool. If Poe was out there doing that, he a bigger fool than I, you know, whatever. He a bigger fool than I thought. But you know, I can believe it though. I hate to say it, but I believe that. I believe Poe was out there. It wouldn't surprise me. I'll put it that way. It wouldn't surprise me if Poe was out there slanging drugs. What would surprise me is motherfuckers supplying him with drugs. That now that's surprising. You know, I kind of imagine nobody was that stupid to supply Poe with drugs. I imagine that he found the Colombian connect somewhere. Somebody that don't really know too much about him. You know. And they also say that Poe was extorting niggas. You know, niggas that he never told on, he was getting a bag from them. I heard that too. He was getting his money from niggas he never told on that he had business with back in the day. And he was getting money from them. And they could have got tired of this nigga too. Like, oh nigga, I'm tired of you eating off me, nigga. Tired of you eating off me. Pow, pow, pow. Fuck we paying you for. Fuck I'm paying you for. I could just get rid of you. Fuck I'm paying you for, nigga. Shit. You coming around with that guilt trip talking about pay up. Remember I could have told on you, but I didn't. Extorting me. Nigga, fuck this. Pow, pow, pow. Extort that. Could have been a thing of that too. Niggas just put a hit out on him. Tired of this nigga extorting me, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate. Well, nigga, you weren't supposed to snitch anyway. Fuck you talking about. You know. Could have been that. It could have been a gang of things. They say Poe was still the same dude. So if he was still the same dude, man, he could have had some beef. He could have just, you know what I'm saying, fucked somebody over. They got him for that. If he's still the same dude, being grimy, you know, being shady, you know, ain't no telling. If he still was the same dude that he was when he was younger, it was just a matter of time, man. Now I didn't know he was the same old nigga. You know, maybe he still had some essence of his old self, but I didn't know he was straight the same old nigga. You know what I'm saying? From back in the day, I didn't know it was that bad. But homie said the work, you know, Poe wasn't riding in the 2022s, you know, 2022 cars, because the money wasn't like that no more. He said, you know what I'm saying? He said, you know, he might was out there making a little money, but he wasn't making the big money like he used to make. You know what I'm saying? So he had to downgrade a little bit. Instead of a 2022, he had to get a 2017 Dodge Ram. You know? Instead of a 2021 motorcycle, maybe he had to get a 2015 motorcycle. You know? I just heard they said the money wasn't coming like that no more. The drug game ain't like it ain't where it used to be, man. But they said Poe couldn't leave it alone because everybody plays a fool sometime. No exceptions to the rule. Listen, baby. A goddamn fool. Goddamn fool. And you see, a fool don't really know what love is. A fool, and I think of this. Did Poe really love himself? I don't think he loved himself. He may have thought he loved himself, but if you really loved yourself, you would take yourself out of that environment and better yourself and be respectful to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And be a better person to yourself and to your family and to your kids, to your son. You know? So in my opinion, I don't think he loved I didn't think he truly loved himself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think he truly loved himself. You know. And to be real with you, Poe folded. Sub-Zero brought something to my attention, and I think that ate Poe up too, that he folded. You know, he said he want to live with his truth. Well, the truth is, you folded. You folded, man. You bitched out. That's the truth. You folded. You bitched out. And maybe Poe couldn't respect that. Maybe that was eating Poe up too. Because Sub-Zero brought to my attention Kevin Childs was faced with the same charges, but he didn't fold. He stood 10 toes firm. He didn't fold. He didn't snitch. He didn't take a deal. He didn't snitch. He didn't take a plea deal. Said Kevin Childs was faced with those same charges that Poe was faced with, facing death and all that. But he didn't tell. He didn't fold. He took the case and beat it. And he gets respect. And maybe that's eating Poe up. Like, fuck. This fuck nigga didn't fold. I folded. I'm more man than this fuck nigga. How he not fold? And maybe that was eating Poe up. Like, fuck. They not gonna, I can come back to Harlem, but still, it's not gonna be the same. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's not the same. I think that was eating Poe up. This fuck nigga, he's stronger than me. He didn't fold. I folded. He didn't fold. I folded like a hoe. I folded like a hoe. Like a bitch. I folded like a bitch. Like a hoe. Kevin Childs stood firm like a real nigga. Hey, that's what it was. That's why Poe said, well, that's why Poe break it down. Well, I'ma live with my truth. I mean, what does that mean? The truth is you folded like a bitch. Can't nobody judge him. Can't nobody judge me. That's how Poe look at it. And I say this with all due respect, man. You know.
Head to your pickup at McDonald's.
With all due respect. Shut up, motherfucker. I say this with all due respect. I'm not trying to disrespect Alpo or nothing. But when you look at it, that's how it is. You've bitched out. You folded like a bitch. You bitched out. When you compare him to another man that didn't fold, was facing death, then snitched, took that case and beat it. So Poe might be, and I'm looking at this how Poe would look at it. Poe would say he bitched out. Poe would say he folded. Yeah, I bitched out. I folded. Poe would tell you that. Yeah, I bitched out. I folded. But Poe's pride would also tell you, I'm still more man than that fucking nigga Kevin Childs. I'm still more man than him. I'm still better than that nigga. He ain't better than me. His pride would tell you that also. But deep down, Poe know. Deep down, Poe know I hold out. Kevin Childs didn't hold out. I hold out. I quit. If it was an I quit match, like Mankind and The Rock, Alpo quit first. Alpo said I quit. I quit! All due respect to Alpo. King of New York. King of Harlem. I'm not the king of New York, the king of Harlem. All due respect, I'm just speaking from Alpo's perspective. To keep it real with you, I'm speaking from his perspective. Because you gotta be a hell of a nigga to snitch and still go back in the hood and act like it's all good and still go out there and wanna sell work. After you done fucking snitch, you still wanna go out there and sell work and niggas still wanna work for you? That's a hell of a nigga, man. That's star power. That's a hell of a nigga. And I think that's a hint of regret in that also of saying, okay, let me do it over. Let me redeem myself. Let me do it right this time. I fucked up. I fucked up. I want another chance at this shit. I want to redeem myself. You know, I fucked up. Yeah, I'm living my truth, but I fucked up. I shouldn't have told on Wayne Perry. I shouldn't have told on him. Wayne Perry had my fucking back. That was my soldier, my right hand. I shouldn't have gave him up like a fucking rat. But I'd do anything to save my fucking self. And maybe I'm a piece of shit for that, but it is what it is. Deep down, I think Poe had regrets about that shit. And maybe he would do it again the same way. But at the same time, maybe he hates himself for that also. Deep down, maybe he hates himself for that. That's why he puts himself back in that situation over and over again. Because he hates himself, really. And that's what I said about self-love. When you really love yourself, you want to better yourself. You want to better the world. You know, you want to better yourself. And when you better yourself, you better the world. You loving your family. You want to put your family in a better spot. You got kids. You know what I'm saying? You want to be there. You want to be there for them when you truly love yourself. You want to teach them when you truly love yourself. But when you're a goddamn fool, you do foolish things. So I think Alpo had a love and hate relationship within himself. I really do. Rest in peace to Alpo, man. You know. Rest in peace to Alpo. You know, at the end of the day, I'm just a person on the outside looking in. I respect the fuck out of Alpo. I just respect him as a man. I respect him. Just overall, the whole big picture of Alpo. You know, I respect him, but I also feel sympathy for him also. I feel sympathy for him. I respect his guts. I respect his hustle. You know, I admired his star power, and I wanted him. You know, I wanted to see him in a movie. I wanted to see him in his own movie. I wanted to see him doing good. I wanted to see him bettering his life I wanted to see him doing great, happy. You know, I wanted to see him doing great things. I wanted to see him living a great life, man. I didn't want to see him hurt. I don't want to see nobody hurt. I didn't want to see him, I wanted to see some redemption. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, I know Alpo deep down hated himself, man. He hated himself. Deep down, I think he really hated himself for the things of who he was, and you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he had love and hate for himself. I think it was more hate than love, though. But on the outside, you wouldn't know that, because when you see him, it's all smiles. It's all who can he clown, clowning around, life of the party, But all that is just a cover, a facade of hurt, of hurting inside, man. That man had a lot of pain inside. Man had a lot of pain inside. That's why he basically said to Flip, if I die, I die. It is what it is. We all got to go one day. I'm going to go out how I want to go out. I'm going to go out being the same crazy ass Alpo I always was. And I don't even know if he knew that he had some hate for himself. I think he deep down he knew it. He knew some things that he really didn't like about himself. Like I said, man, I don't want to keep harping on that. But man, the man was a star, man. The man had a lot of influence over these rappers. A lot of these rappers admire the fuck out of Alpo. Maybe they didn't want to admit it. I didn't want to be seen with him. But they admired the fuck out of him. Maybe it's not popular to say because of he snitched, because they live by this this fake ass street life persona. But they all admired Alpo. They all admired him. Because everybody loves a motherfucking person that's likable. Everybody likes the popular guy. Everybody likes the popular guy. Charisma overshadows all that shit. Charisma will let you get away with a lot of shit that other people can't get away with. Charisma will give you a pass that most can't get passes from. You know what I'm saying? Charisma will give you a lot of fucking passes that most can't get passes from, bro. Telling you straight up like that. And Alpo had the motherfucking charisma of a goddamn Mount Everest mountain. Yeah, he did. His charisma, let him live as long as he lived. His charisma let him walk around in Harlem without getting touched for 5 fucking years. For 6 years. That's star power. That's charisma, man. To last that fucking long. In them streets. In the hood. Alpo went everywhere. There's videos on YouTube. Alpo straight in the goddamn hood riding his motorcycle. Right in the damn hood in Harlem. Niggas ain't doing nothing. Goons at the corner store looking. And nobody saying nothing. Nigga probably had workers out there then. But yeah, man. I also want to say ears to Christ. Ears to Christ has a right to feel how he feel. Ears to Christ said he wish he was behind the trigger. I respect the hell out of Ears to Christ. You know what I'm saying? Ears to Christ has a right to say that. He has a right to say that because he was he was doing dirt. Him and Alpo was in business together, and Alpo, was the reason his man got killed. So I ain't got no problem with Ears to Christ saying that. You know what I'm saying? Because they had, they had their thing back in the day. And they was all in the mix. So Ears to Christ has a right to feel how he feel. I ain't got no problem with Ears to Christ making a video celebrating Alpo's death. Got no problem with that. Like I said, I'm looking back at this thing. This is like a whole fucking movie to me anyway. It's like a movie to me. Alpo a legend, man. No matter what nobody say, Alpo a fucking legend. He's bigger than Snitch. He's bigger than that Snitch jacket they want to put him on. He bigger than the rat shit. I mean, that's part of his legacy, but he's bigger than that. Alpo the rat, Alpo a rat. I mean, yeah, Alpo, but over that, Alpo was more than that. Alpo was a fucking star, a legend. And I hate that he's not here to watch his movie being made. I hate he's not here to see that his movie get made, man. I really wanted him to be here. I really wanted him to work on his movie. But I was going to make a video months ago about why Alpo ain't wrote no book, why he may not do a movie. And one of the and the major thing is why he hadn't wrote a book is because of wrongful death suits. If he wrote a book, all that money, for all them sales of that book, will be going to the victims of the family. We'll be going to the victim's family that he killed. And movies too. All that movie revenue that he made will be going into the hands of the victims' families that he killed. So that's why he wasn't so quick to write a book. And that's probably why he wasn't so quick to get a movie deal done, because he knew he was going to have to pay up. He was going to have to pay up them family members, man. All them family members, they was going to have their hands out ready to collect that check. And we don't know if he would have had anything left. So I'm pretty sure he got counseling for that. And I'm pretty sure he knew that. That's why he didn't have no book. He could have been had a book out. Could have been, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about the movie, but he could have been wrote a book. But he knew all that money was going to go to the family. So he like, fuck that. I ain't writing no damn book. It's going to go to, I ain't going to get none of the money. They going to sue the hell out of me as soon as we try to make a sale. But yeah, man, I just want to say R.I.P. to the legend Alpo. May you be forgiven. May God forgive you. May your victims forgive you. Because this, you know what I'm saying, in the bigger scheme of things, we all living in the storybook anyway. We all are gods anyway, playing a part. Alpo was just God playing a part. Rich Porter was just God playing a part. Me, I'm just God playing a part. We all are gods, broken up in tiny gods, all in a big ass play. It's just a play, man. You don't have to take life so serious. All this shit is just a play. God plays the victim. God plays the hero. God plays the murderer. God plays the policeman. God plays the teacher. God plays the criminal. We all gods playing different roles. And Alpo was just God playing his role, playing the role of a drug dealer. That's all that was. God came in the form of Alpo. God said, okay, I want to play this nigga. I want to be a grimy ass drug dealer, charismatic. I'm going to be this nigga right here. And that's who God played. God played the role of Alpo. We all gods, man. We all are one. That's it. I gotta get out of here though, man. R.I.P. to Alpo, the God. Peace.